From downtown Cleveland and Progressive Field. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the San Francisco Giants taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. Our starter in this one, Gavin Williams. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
And the home opener is underway. Williams, 26 years old, a former first-round pick in 2021.
Ball two.
And that one fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2-2 now. And a swing and a miss. And there's one down. Luis Ariz stands in. Swing and a miss. And he got him to chase. That one fouled off.
That's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ball.
That one not close. And now it's 3-2. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
One out, runner at second. And here is Matt Chapman.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
That's the ball.
One out and a runner at second here in the third and final game of the series. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Ariz around third. He scores and they have the lead. And he'll pull into second safely.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
The Guardians going with a new pitcher, Parker Messick.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
This one in the air, center field. And makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Willie Adames stands in. And Adames swings through that one. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
On the ground, Martinez throws to first in time. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the starter for San Francisco, Robbie Ray. What's the word on him?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. This one popped up, middle of the infield. Arise gets under it, and there's one away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Chase DeLauder digs in now.
Oh!
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a miss. That one outside. Ball 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Batting third baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Eugenio Suarez. And a swing and a miss. Hit hard on the ground to the right side. What a stop. Got him.
Right
nice
there.
play.
He's out.
Here in Cleveland, leading off, Roman Anthony.
Roman Anthony.
Swings and misses and one down below the zone. Right through there for a strike. That one ripped left field. Carrying well. Out of here. That one felt good, and they tack one on the board. It's 2-0. So digging in, Carlos Narvaez.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Oh.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second. Fastball almost got him there. And a 2-1 on the way. Gets him to chase after that one.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Pitch misses. 3-2 now. inside, and that's ball
Take it back.
4.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
And up next for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. In the air, left field. Kwan takes it in for the out. And there's one down. One out man at first. So here's Bader now. Martinez. They get one. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. Back now at Progressive Field. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Bo Naylor. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. One gone here. Rhys Hoskins to the plate.
Huh.
And a big swing and a miss.
Oh.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting 6th, center fielder.
2 down, base is empty. Petey Halpin digs in for the Guardians. Foul ball there. And the lefty with the 0-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. This one popped up. Adames settles under this one. That is the inning. Back here in Cleveland, and now it's the Giants DH, Tyler Fitzgerald.
That's a ball. Hey.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Ball.
In the air, right field. DeLauder on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Arias. A double and a run scored his first time up. Popped up. Suarez in position. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Matt Chapman now at the plate. He doubled home a run in his first AB.
Whoa. That's a ball.
Just missed. Chapman gets a piece there. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball out to short. To first, pulls it off the bag. Here's Rafael Devers. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Chapman headed home. In to score from first. And he's got an RBI triple.
Wastes no time there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And now, Willie Adames. Oh, great stop. Over to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Here in Cleveland, stepping up for the Guardians, Mark Vientos. And first offering is fouled off. Late with the swing there.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Out towards right center field. And there's one down. Stepping up for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo. And that's off the outside edge. And now it's even 1-1. Next offering is outside. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swings through it for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts. 2 down, bases empty. Now, Angel Martinez. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
And that's a fair ball.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Kind of your classic jam shot blooper right there. Made a good pitch on the inside. Gotten to hit it off the handle, but he still muscled it out there. You just have to tip your cap on the mound.
Runner.
Caught in a rundown now. Tag, and he's
On the
out.
tag,
Trying to
he's
get
out.
back, and that will end the inning. On to the fourth.
Leading
Now the
off
left
for San
fielder,
Francisco,
Roman
left
Anthony.
fielder, Roman Anthony.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. This one in the air, center field. Halpin should have this one. 1 up, 1 down. Carlos Narvaez getting ready to hit. Walked his first time. Breaks his bat, pops it up. Not in time.
No, he's in there. Safe.
Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Up next for the Giants. Right
One
fielder,
gone, runner at
Jung-Hoo
first.
Lee.
And now the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. He's 0 for 1. And the
Ball,
slider
inside.
just misses. Lee, 27 years old, and he's a native of South Korea. Nice stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. And now Bader up to the plate. 0 for 1 so far.
Harrison Bader.
Oh, that's inside.
Man at second. Hit in the air, center field. Brings it in, and that is that. Bottom 4, here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. And it's fouled away.
You know, these Guardians, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Bunting for a hit. Tries the bare hand, and it gets by him. So a man at first. Chase DeLauder digs in for the Guardians. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. Swings through that one for strike 2. Got him swinging, and 1 out now.
Up next for the Guardians.
Eugenio Suarez up to hit down. Grounded out his first time up. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. The flip, there's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Well, these Giants doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Stays alive.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Luis Arias, the next Giant to hit. 1 for 2.
Luis Arias.
The lefty, the 1-0. Late swing, foul to the left.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Up the middle, Vientos. In plenty of time to first, and the first 2 set down to the top of the 5th. 2 outs, base is empty. Matt Chapman, the next to hit. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Around first and hustling for second. Here's the throw. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Up next for the Giants.
So runner at second, 2 down. Now it's Devers at the plate.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. The 0-1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Vientos whips it to first. That's the inning. We We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Bo Naylor. Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, these Guardians, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
Hoskins, the next to hit, takes ball one. And a big swing and a miss. Got him swinging for the K. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. 1 out, man at first. And up next for Cleveland, Petey Halpin.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
On the ground to short. Arise has it for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. And now it's Mark Vientos. Fly to right his first time. Ground ball up the middle. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Top 6, stepping in, Willie Adames.
Shortstop, Willie Adames.
A new pitcher in the game, Andrew Walters.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
That's the ball.
The 1-1. Ah, that hit
Yeah, I
him.
got him. Take
And
it
the
back.
leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
For the Giants, left fielder,
So
Roman
man aboard. Now here is Roman Anthony. He's already homered in this game. Oh, that one almost gets him again. Runner takes off. There's a ball.
No, that's a ball. No, he's in there.
Throw. Save. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. So now, with 1 away and a man at second, Carlos Narvaez, the next Giant to hit.
Oh.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Man at second. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit into the outfield. Headed for the plate. In comes the run from second. Oh, the throw is over his head. Around second now, going for 3. And he makes it all the way to third. So a costly throwing error there.
For the Giants,
Now it's the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Halpin on the move. He's got it. Runner tags from third. That's a sacrifice fly as he comes across, and the lead is up to 5. So no one on after the sac fly. Harrison Bader will hit next. There's a swing and a miss.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Late on that fastball. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Popped up. And that'll fall for a base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Tyler Fitzgerald digs in now.
That pitch wasn't even close, and they still got a check swing out of it. He's going to have to make an adjustment and make it fast.
Here's a 2-0. There goes the runner. Pitch inside.
No, he's in there.
Save. Runner at second. 2 down. And ball 4 to the board.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
So up next, Luis Arias. 1 for 3. On the mound now, Colin Holderman.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put...
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Going, gone. The 3-run dinger. So 2 down, and here is Matt Chapman. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Struck him out swinging. Inning over. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
That gets down for a hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Quan now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And a swing and a miss there. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all. And everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals. With
runner on the go, got him swinging. Throw to second, out at second. That ends the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Rafael Devers.
great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
And that one fouled off. Holderman, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and one away. Willie Adames getting ready to hit. He swings and fouls one off. Here comes the 0-1.
That's out the corner.
That one drilled left field. And that one is off the top of the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Up next for the Giants.
One down. And up next for the Giants, Roman Anthony.
Oh.
Man at second. That's off the mark. And now 3-1. Line drive. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And they now lead by 9. And he'll reach second with one away.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Here we go.
Did not go. One out, the runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7. This one in the air center field. Halpin has a beat on it. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. Suarez. Out at the plate. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Back now at Progressive Field. Bottom of the 7th. Chase DeLauder digs in for the Guardians. And first offering is fouled off.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Swing and a foul straight back.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
And he's out on the tag. 2 down, base is empty. Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Foul ball. Now the 0-1. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. He's there. He's got it. That is the inning. Back here in Cleveland, ready to begin the 8th. Harrison Bader now at the plate. So they turn to their closer, Cade Smith.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Back to the top of the order. Now it's the DH, Tyler Fitzgerald. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Naylor collects, fires to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout. Now the number 2 hitter, Luis Arias. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Here in Cleveland, bottom of the 8th, Rhys Hoskins digs in for the Guardians. Hoskins pushes it foul. Swing and a miss.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Oh.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. And now the center fielder, Petey Halpin. And that one is lifted in the air. Bader settles underneath it. 2 away. Here's the second baseman, Mark Vientos.
Second baseman, Mark Vientos.
Shortened the bunt and missed it. 0-1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
That's a ball.
That one laced to center and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And now the first baseman, Kyle Manzardo, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch misses. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. In time to Devers. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Back now at Progressive Field. We go to the 9th. Matt Chapman up to the plate now. Swing and a ground ball, and it finds its way through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now the 0-1. That one ripped but foul.
You know what's interesting, Boog, is that games like this can be a little wonky for closers to come in, and they don't have the adrenaline going. It's not a safe situation. It's not even a close ball game that they're finishing, but it's just getting some work to manufacture that.
Good use of wonky there.
Up next for the Giants,
1 out man at first.
shortstop,
Now it's the shortstop, Willie Adames.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Left-hander out of the bullpen, Tim Herron.
Number 29, Tim
Out
Herron.
front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. And a foul ball.
That's a foul ball.
The 0-2. Ground ball could be 2. Safe at second.
No, he's safe.
2 on with 1 out. And up next for San Francisco, Roman Anthony.
Well, sometimes as a left-handed hitter, you're going to see at least 1 or 2 breaking balls in the at-bat, so why not go up there ready to hit that first one? Just couldn't barrel that one up.
The 0-2. On the ground to short, could be 2. Handles, throws to first. That's the 2nd out. And up next for the Giants, Carlos Narvaez.
Carlos Narvaez.
Tap foul at the plate. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Base hit, 1 run in already. Now a second crosses the plate. It's a 2-run single, and they extend their lead. Digging in, Jung-Hoo Lee. Lee in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it. Back here in Cleveland, we head to the bottom of the ninth. Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. In the air to left center. Anthony moving under this one. And a quick out, number 1. Back to the top of the order now. Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. And there's a foul ball.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
0-2 now. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
DeLauder at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
That's a ball.
Two down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. They're down to their final strike.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative. But you got to find a way to sum.
Well struck, right field. That one carried. And that's going to bang against the wall. Here comes the throw.
Well, he's been having a hard time just putting the ball in play in this one, so that should help soften the blow. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Man on second, 2 down. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and that's the ball game. Ray